Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of March 19 through April 1st, 2024. I'm now doing 6 signs on, 6 signs off, so every other week I will be doing Libra through Pisces, and then the other weeks I will be doing Aries through Virgo. If you are new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you here, and if you are returning, welcome back. I hope this is a very helpful reading to you today. It is a video for you if you are reading for you, speak correctly, if you are a Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio rising, or have some other significant Scorpio placement in your chart that you feel is worth looking at a full reading for. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos. And in the description box below, I have links to my coaching and reading website, as well as my social media and some other things, so you can check that out if that interests you. Okay, if you are not familiar with how I do these readings, I do the 12 houses of astrology. So I'm going to be interpreting the cards here in terms of the place of what that house actually means. If you're not familiar with astrology or the astrological houses, I will explain what each house means. But be aware that not every aspect of the house is going to have to do with you. They cover a lot of different things. They're connected to the planets that rule them. So there's going to be certain things that will apply to us or not. So for example, in the 5th house with Leo energy, that's one you often use. It's the house of dealing with creativity, with children, with love affairs. And obviously, if you don't have children, that doesn't apply to you. If you're not in a love affair, if you're married, then obviously that doesn't apply to you. So you know what I mean? There's going to be various aspects. Just take the one that applies to you and ignore the rest. So I'm using the Way of Cartouche deck. That is my main deck that I use. And this week, rather than clarifying with tarot, I'm going to be clarifying with the Black Moon Astrology cards by Susan Shepard, because we are moving into a very intense astrological period, very unstable Mercury, because we're going to have Mercury going retrograde. Your reading starts on March 19th and runs through April 1st for this particular video. And that is literally the Mercury retrograde pre-shadow period, and Mercury retrograde begins on April the 1st. In addition, we've got 2 eclipses coming up. We've got one on March 25th, which is a lunar eclipse, and we've got a solar eclipse on April the 8th. And eclipses bring massive change, and it's in the middle of a retrograde, which is already going to be bringing delays, miscommunications, not a time to sign contracts, things like that. It's going to be more about finishing things and reevaluating things. But it's going to be in the light of the eclipses, which are going to bring new energy. They're going to bring surprises, major changes, and often this is going to be in the form of information, okay? Things that you need to know. Truths maybe that have been obscured from you, or a situation, maybe you thought it was one way, and then a truth comes out that it's a different way. And we'll see what areas, if the eclipse energy shows up here. I already see the lunar eclipse energy showing up in one place here. So let's look overall and see where things are going for you. Okay, so Scorpio, first house here has to do, it's Aries. So Aries energy has to do with your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how other people see you. Okay, so you have 7th house card, which is the partnership card, or house of Libra, with the scarab card. Now, scarabs indicate changes or new beginnings, new personas, as you would say. So you are making a change. This change may be something that is the result of a partnership. The fact that we're seeing 7th house influence here. Maybe sometimes this comes up if you have a new relationship or a new love. Perhaps that can be, you could be reflecting that person. That person might be bringing out a side of you that maybe other people don't normally see. So this may seem like a change or a new persona. If this is not the case, if it's not another person, there does seem to be this idea of some kind of a change that you are undergoing that involves relating to others or working with other people, okay? Because this is about partnerships of all kinds, not just marriages, but also legal partnerships, contracts, and just any kind of significant partnering we see with this Libra energy. It's generally a very friendly energy, and it could just be that, the percent that if you have been a little more insular, because certainly Scorpio is a very deep sign, and I think sometimes that means you are very, excuse me, that could mean that you are just very, sometimes that can mean that you could be withdrawn and very deep. And typically when Scorpio, certainly if you have a Scorpio ascendant, if you look at somebody, that you can look like right through somebody with that Scorpio energy. So this may be an energy where if people consider you to be somebody very, very intense, perhaps there's definitely more of a relational energy here that feels more Libra, which is a little bit lighter and more friendlier. Not that you're not a friendly person, but that you're coming across, that intensity is not as intimidating to people. Maybe let's put it that way. Second house is Taurus energy. This has to do with your finances primarily. That's Venus energy. And so we have Buckle of Isis with Earth element. Okay, so it's definitely being asked to make sacrifices for money and for stability. Earth element's a good card to get here because it does seem to indicate having monies. But whatever's involved here, something has to be given up. Okay, Buckle of Isis involves gaining things, but it's a sacrifice. So it could be a job that you work very hard at. It could be something that you're selling of value. So there could be some kind of an element of a loss there that is allowing for the money to come in. So you're losing something, but you're gaining something here. So whether that loss is in terms of your efforts that you're putting in, it might just be that. It might just be something you really worked your tail off on, and you're saying, okay, now we're going to reap the financial rewards. Or whether it's just, again, something that has to be sold or gotten rid of or something like that will yield financial fruit. But certainly there is a focus on stability here, and if your finances have not been stable, then this would indicate a slow and steady building process for something. But definitely there seems to be a focus on money here. And with this card in this position, I think this is a very good financial omen. Third house is Gemini energy. Okay, so this is where Mercury retrograde can potentially wreak its havoc because this is ruled by Mercury and has to do with messages, communications, travel, usually short distance travel, not long trips, sibling relationships, brother-sister relationships, and also self-effort. So this got to do with if you're employed in your own business, for example. Okay, so we have Thoth with Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn's busy beaver energy. It's Saturn ruled. And Capricorn is about persistent effort. Okay, so we've got the earth element here and we've got Capricorn right next to it. So for some of you, this could be you're persistently working at something, at some kind of business that you're in. With the Thoth card, this could have to do with writing for some people, writing and publication, because this is a house connected to that as well, as it has to do with communications of different types. It can have to do with legal contracts, because Thoth is one of the legal cards that we see in Cartouche. So maybe this has to do with business taxes or doing something, or maybe trying to set up new contracts. Again, however, as I'm warning you, with Mercury going retrograde, if you are signing contracts at this time, please read them over carefully. This could have to do with the fulfillment of a contract too. So it might not be that this is something new. This could be just, if it's something you're finishing up, that's fine. If it's something new, you do it very carefully or wait till post-retrograde, which would be late April. Because I believe retrograde ends on April the 24th. So yeah, so there's that kind of a thing going on. Capricorn, we have, okay, so yeah, there's definitely this sense of working away at something and chipping away at something slowly but steadily. So I feel like there is something that you are working towards. Maybe this is something that you're trying to finish up as well. But it seems like there's going to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of communication about something of this nature. And like I said, Capricorn energy, typically connected with the 10th house. So this does have to do with the kind of work that you are doing and that you want to be known for. So I don't know. Some of you are working very diligently and very hard here. And I also feel like Thoth here can have to do with the appropriate timing of something. Okay, so you may just need to know that that's a factor in a situation. If you're working at something and you're not seeing it come to fruition, I mean, do remember that that's the retrograde period, but this is also saying that the thing's coming up at the right time. Or if things are coming up right now, it may be the right time, retrograde or no. So take that as it applies. Fourth house, this is Cancer energy. This has to do with your home, the family, your roots, your ancestry. Can have to do with your physical home, your sense of feeling at home, so to speak, and also potentially with the mother specifically. Okay, so we have Nephthys with the lunar eclipse. Now, Nepenthes, okay, there's strong sister energy associated with Nepenthes, but it can also just be, I feel like with this lunar eclipse card, I feel like this is more about something that you're not seeing yet. Nepenthes has to do with things that have not happened yet, and they're things you don't know about, and they're things that the cards are not going to tell you about. So when Nepenthes comes up, if you ask a specific question and get Nepenthes as the outcome, it says, well, no, not yet, and the circumstances and the timing are a secret for now. That's usually what that card means within other kinds of readings. So I feel like this means there is something that you're waiting for. There's something around the corner. And with the lunar eclipse card, whoops, this could be a situation that is boiling over, okay? With the lunar eclipse, yeah, something is boiling over here. And there's going to be something unexpected that happens, perhaps in connection with the lunar eclipse, which is happening on March the 25th. The things that happen with lunar eclipses tend to happen within a fairly short period of time. Not too long after the eclipse, whereas solar eclipse energy, the effects can be felt for months, usually about 6 months. So this is, yeah, so there could be some very unexpected change on the horizon here in terms of your home or family or your mother or something of that nature. So again, just be aware. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a bad change, just that it's something unexpected. And if there has been some kind of a tension, it does seem like we may be getting a time where it's going to boil over at some, in some way. The eclipse is going to try to bring something to a peak or to a fruition. And being it's in the retrograde period, this may not be a new thing. This may be an old thing that's coming around again that you need to finally address. But for the moment, it may not be something you're seeing. It may not be something you're seeing immediately, or it's just something that's might blindside you to some degree. But again, I don't want to say that and freak anybody out. It's just be aware that there could be some changes coming. So just go with the flow of the change here. Whatever it is, it's coming to a head because it's something that needs to be sorted out. Okay, 5th house. This is Leo energy. Leo has to do with creativity, children, love affairs, also recreation. And okay, we have Hathor with the South Node. Okay, so now it depends on whose view. Again, this is one of those houses where there's a lot of possible interpretations. As a creative thing, Hathor would have to do with some kind of craft that typically has a feminine association. So perhaps somebody who's a good cook or baker or chef or something, or somebody who does something with crafts that are more domestic, like knitting or weaving or stuff like that is typically what we see associated with creatively, like what we think of as traditionally feminine crafts, okay? Does not have to have anything to do with that. This could be a female person who is helping you with a creative project. For some people, if you are looking for love and you happen to be looking for female love, this could be a person who's coming into the picture. There's also a strong almost Taurian vibe with this, Taurian or Virgo vibe, so maybe we're talking about an earth sign person, could be. Also strong Empress energy, so it could be planting the seeds of something. Actually, for some people, this could indicate, I feel like that along with Buckle of Isis, which is in the 2nd house here right now, there can be a sense of sometimes somebody might be pregnant or having, thinking about starting a family. That is possible, but again, that's very specific. That's not going to be true for probably a lot of you. But there is this motherly energy showing up. So maybe somebody is dealing with children or dealing, there's a child situation or a mothering situation that is coming into play here. So take it as it resonates. It either has to do with something creative that's either associated with feminine things or with a particular woman who may be helping, or somebody who has this strong Hathor energy, which is very organized and very efficient, and maybe also very domestic. It can have to do literally with mothering, okay, because this is the house of childhood or of children specifically. Or again, it could be a love affair starting with somebody who has these qualities, okay? Now we have it though with the South Node. So when the South Node shows up, this is a place where past life and past life karma, or if you're not into past lives, certainly something ancestral or some kind of old pattern that is coming to the fore, okay? And so the South Node here Yeah, this is called the Life's Debts card. So there's something coming up. There could be a relationship coming up or a situation that is coming into your life because something needs to be solved, either between you and this person, if you have past karma, or this could just be you needing to learn a lesson connected to these things. So whether this is connected to children, whether it's connected to love, or again, so maybe something that you're working towards. South Node always has to do with what's familiar to us and what we continually go back to, but we really need to focus on the North Node energy, which is pointing us towards the future. Okay, so this is an area where I think the retrograde might be affecting you because there's some kind of past situation that's coming to the fore here. Something familiar, but something you're being asked to negotiate again, and you may need to negotiate differently. You may even be needing to negotiate this Hathor energy. Again, this is the better part of femininity. This is either anima energy in terms of the creativity of the soul, or it can have to do with the things that we associate with femininity, which sometimes indicates it can be getting things organized, it can be organizing the household, so to speak, or it could be some dealing with something that has to do with either your mother or you as a mother, or I don't know, something in connection with that, but take it as it resonates there. Okay, 6th house, Virgo energy. Virgo is about your health. It's about things that you are worried or anxious about. Is about service in terms of jobs you do either for pay with somebody else or for somebody else. So any job that you have or something you might do as volunteer. It can also have to do with animals for some people, domestic animals. And yeah, and for Sphinx, for some people, if some of you are getting like a new cat or something, this could be coming in. There could be a cat energy. And with Part of Fortune, maybe that's going to be a joyful event for some of you, because Part of Fortune, when that shows up in the chart, it's a place of joy, something that makes you happy. So it could have to do with that. It could also just have to do with a job that makes you happy, or maybe something you've been worried about. I feel like this would be advising you to sit back, be patient, and wait and see what's going to happen with something, whether this has to do with a job or some other situation you're concerned about. Because we have it with the Part of Fortune, so it does seem like there is going to be some kind of good news coming in. So maybe it's telling you don't need to take action on something right now, just wait and see how it goes. For a health issue, I would say, yeah, again, Sphinx, there may be something that you want to wait on. I mean, obviously, again, if you are experiencing some kind of medical situation where you feel you need a doctor, don't listen to me, go to the doctor, okay? But there may be something that you can wait on, and Part of Fortune here definitely indicates something that brings happiness or good news. Okay. 7th house, Libra energy, and Libra is about partnerships, marriages, contractual relationships, business partnerships, anything that has a sort of legal or committed nature to it. Now we have Sirius with the 5th house. Okay, so it's interesting you have 5th house energy in the 7th house, because this would imply a love affair potentially for some of you. Maybe a love affair that maybe you're looking to make have a more serious commitment. Sirius has a strong Aquarius energy, so maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. You could be dealing with someone who's just very physically fit, okay? Because Sirius often has to do with it has to do with exercise and strength and things like that. So it can be a strong and physically attractive partner. So maybe either there has been a new commitment, or maybe there is a looking at the possibility of commitment here. I always feel like when it shows up in the 7th house, that the commitment it's certainly more possible than if it's in just the 5th house. But the fact that you have the South Node stuff tells me that there may be past stuff to be solved if that's the case. Maybe this is a past relationship. This woman could be a past relationship for somebody, for you or for them, that needs to be something that needs to be let go of or sorted out before something can move ahead. That's possible. But again, that's not the necessary interpretation. If you're already married, or you're already in some kind of a significant partnership that you are thinking about, then definitely there seems to be this possibility of collaboration, thinking outside the box. This is very strong creative energy and very strong breadth of vision, like thinking, stretching the way that you think about things, not thinking about things in the same old way. So you could end up with a partner here, or maybe it's your existing partner who is going to creatively help you problem solve certain things or move ahead. Perhaps that's why the 7th house is figuring so strongly in where you are right now. It may be suggesting that right now you're going to do you can do better and do more with others than on your own. 8th house is Scorpio energy. This is your own energy, transformations, other people's money. Okay, that's interesting. Because I had what did I see? I saw, the Libra energies in the 1st house here. And in your 8th house, which is your own energy, you have Libra again, okay? So this has to do with balancing. There's also Horus up here. Now, Horus can have to do with health or healing of some kind. It can also have to do with a situation connected to family. So if this has to do with other people's money, maybe there's going to be a family situation. Horus can also indicate creative problem solving or managing to overcome a difficulty in an almost heroic kind of a way. Again, there's strong Leo energy with this as well, and you've got this Leo energy here. So I don't know if you're dealing with a partner who's a Leo. That's possible as well, but again, not necessary. Or somebody who's a Libra, because you've got this Libra card here. But I feel like right now there's this attunement of something that has two sides, and there's definitely this element of balancing here, okay? So you are in a space here where I feel like it's telling you need to work with others. What's coming into my mind is you may need to work with somebody else on a family situation. There might be a legal component to it. I don't know if that's connected to what's financial here, or if this is an unexpected family thing down here, because remember, we're seeing something unexpected happening, and this may be something in which you need to act in a manner that is fair and balanced. So yeah, that's coming up there for whatever reason. If there's no family situation, then I would just say that right now you need to just focus on keeping in balance, okay? Keeping in balance, keeping yourself in good health. 9th house is Sagittarius energy. Sag energy is expansive. It's Jupiter energy. So long distance travel, higher education, deeper thought in the sense of philosophy and religion, institutions connected with that. Sometimes legal matters as well. Okay, so now we have Urias with the 12th house card. Okay, so there's something here. This usually, 12th house shows up. This is the card House of Escape. But this could indicate when we've got our head in the clouds over something. Maybe we're not seeing something for what it is. Whether this is something happening at a distance, if it literally is connected with a school or education. Maybe if you've got somebody in school, maybe there's something going on that you're not, you're blissfully unaware of. Or it could just be that if you have, in terms of wanting to expand your horizons, however you do that, maybe that's the way forward there has not been very clear. I feel like there's something that is not seen here that needs to be seen. And indeed, Urias would definitely support that interpretation, because Urias is about that which is unexpected, that which you're not seeing. And I'm seeing another element of that down in the 4th house. So I don't know. This could have to do with a legal matter. It could have to do with something at a distance, or something connected to school or education or to a church. I mean, again, these are all the aspects of the 9th house. Take the ones that resonate and leave the rest. But there is definitely some kind of a surprise coming in here. And it may be something that this often indicates things that we kind of know are going on in the background, but we can't really quite see them yet. Now, certainly if there's anybody who doesn't have your best interests at heart, Urias would indicate being able to overcome those difficulties. But yeah, I don't know. There's something coming up here. Maybe it has to do with a relative that's at a distance. I don't know. Or maybe this has to do with maybe you wanting to make a move somewhere. That's also possible here. But something here that you're not aware of, but you are Scorpio, okay? Scorpio is able to see into things very, very deeply, okay? So I don't feel whatever this is. I feel like you certainly have an inkling of something, even though you can't see exactly what it is. So I don't know. Just pay attention. This is in the area of, well, it can have to do with independence, but also with this expanding your horizons in some way, whether it be through travel or education, or again, sometimes legal matters show up here as well. So take it as it resonates. 10th house, this is Capricorn energy. Capricorn is about your fame, reputation, career, the father energy, where you're headed. Okay, so we have air here. So for some of you, this could indicate a new job, okay? Or it could mean traveling for a job, travel or communications connected to something. And this seems to be something connected to money because we have the 2nd house card. So this could be traveling for a financial opportunity or for a job. or there could be messages about such. But there seems like, I feel like for some of you, this is going to be a new opportunity that may be coming in that promises to be lucrative. I mean, the fact that we're seeing the earth element and the buckle of Isis down in the second house, this is the second house card, that says to me that there's going to be some kind of a possibility, some kind of an opportunity for you to advance yourself or to be seen in some way. And communication definitely seems to be a factor. Now, once again, it's Mercury retrograde. So making changes right now, I don't know. This could be part of a reevaluation of something. This could be, there's just the fact that I see buckle of Isis down here, there, whatever this opportunity is, whatever this communication is, may be requiring you to sacrifice something else to gain. That wasn't good English. In order to gain. So with air here, there's definitely a change that's going on here, or there's some kind of communications or messages going back and forth. We do have Capricorn down here in the third house. So I think what I would say here is this is generally not a negative thing here. This looks good. It looks like there could be some financial opportunities, but once again, there could be some contracts being signed. And again, if some of you are writers, this could be connected to a career or something that has to do with writing or speaking. Okay, that is possible here. But again, because it's a retrograde period, I would just say be careful because Mercury's a little wonky right now. You may want to not finalize anything until we're getting towards the end of April and into May. Okay, 11th house. This is your goals, your destiny, your friendships, friend groups, your social networks of all kinds, business networks. Okay, so we have Bast with Neptune, and there's the sacrifice again, right? And I talk about sacrifice. So I don't know, there's something in connection to either your wishes or in connection to a particular relationship, okay? We're seeing a lot about partnerships and relationships here. This would have to do specifically with friendships. I don't know, what I'm hearing in my mind is this may be a case of getting outside your comfort zone. Neptune has a very similar vibe to what we see over here in the 9th house with that 12th house energy, because Neptunian energy is amorphous. We don't know exactly what's going on. We don't have clarity. And the fact that we're seeing this element of sacrifice, again, like the buckle of Isis here, there may be something going on either connected to your wishes or connected to some kind of a partnership, whether it be a friendship or another kind of partnership. It's going to require you to give something up, or at least to put in some kind of an effort maybe that you're not making right now. And with Bast, now Bast is the happiness card. It's also about wanting to be seen in something. It can have to do with, again, there's this give as you wish to receive energy. I mean, to me, that's got a Libra element, even though this is another card that tends to be associated with Aquarius, in the Aquarius house. So I don't know, Bast I always associate with socializing, sometimes with artistic endeavors and things like that. But there's definitely a sense of acting cautiously, give as you wish to receive. And there may be some kind of a situation or negotiation here where in order for you to get to a stable place, there may be something that you have to give up. So again, whether it has to do with your goals, hopes and wishes, what your destiny is, or whether this has to do with a particular friendship or somebody in your social network, that you'll know best how that applies to you. 12th house, okay, this is Pisces energy. Yeah, this has to do with what's hidden, that Neptunian energy, what we don't show other people, what we might be afraid of. And we have, okay, there's your own card, Scorpio. So I transform. There's definitely some kind of big transformation going on in your life, Scorpio. Some kind of a big change is happening. It could be a birth or a death. I mean, because again, we did have cards that have to do with birth down here. So there could be, and the birth or death could be figurative. It doesn't have to be literal. Maybe there's a worry about that. There could be a worry about a death, or a birth. I don't know. I mean, again, everybody's different. But you have with the twins. So again, remember we have the 7th house, the partner card here, and then you have the twins here, and then you have the Libra energy over here in the 8th house. There's something about something with two sides here, because this is either Gemini or Libra energy, and I feel like, there's some concern. Maybe there's a concern, an unconscious fear or concern about a partnership or about working with somebody on something, or maybe about the beginning and ending of a relationship with somebody. Probably with Scorpio, it's probably the end. but maybe you're worrying about something coming to an end. So I don't know, but there's something in connection to relationship that's connected to your finances that where you're going to have to give something up in order to gain. Okay, that seems to be coming up. And I also feel like, yeah, there's something here. You're being asked to change in some way. There's whatever's coming up here. Whatever this is more of what you're afraid of. So I don't know whether this thing you're afraid of is actually going to happen, but we're definitely seeing a potential blindsiding here in connection to a home or family matter or a mother matter, and either possibly something legal or something having to do that's going to require travel, or again, maybe it has to do with a school or a university or a church or something. Okay, there's definitely that's where I'm seeing that this energy is going to affect you the strongest with the retrogrades and the eclipses. Okay, but what it's trying to tell you here is to remain in balance. Think about others. Think about the feelings of others. Yeah, this is definitely a time. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting. This is a time to think about others. And overall, you have Crook and Flail with the water element. So water says, let matters flow. And Crook and Flail indicates, well, being confident, acting with confidence and authority. That could have to do with self-discipline in some cases. And this also might have to do with knowing the truth about something, or being in truth, or being on the right side of the law in something. Okay, so I don't know. There's a number of things coming up that could potentially have to do with legal matters, because like I said, we have this Libra energy going on. We have this something unexpected in with this here, and some kind of sacrifice. You've got Neptune in the 11th house, and you've got this here, and that second house energy in the 10th house. Yeah, I know I'm kind of throwing all these things out here, but there is something here that you need to change or let go of. And it's either connected to a love relationship, a partnership, or a marriage, or it may be connected to some kind of business or family relationship. There's something here that's going on. And basically the advice it's giving to you is you need to work towards healing. You need to work towards balance. And there may be past life patterns and things here that are coming up that you need to, the time is now for you to change, to give up, and to let go of something that maybe have been holding you back all this time. So I hope that makes sense for you. Let's pull a essential oil oracle card to finish up this reading. So Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know? Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. Okay, so let's just see what we have. One card for Scorpio, please. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's interesting. It's known as DNA repairing. So remember, these are essential oils. So I'm not actually sure which oil kit she's basing this on, but anyway, that's the name of the card. And I'll read to you what it says. The top word here is transmutation. It says, the trigger statement is, I don't know who I am. Haha. New persona, right? I don't know who I am. True statement, I am. There is no efforting required for this shift. Be present and allow every aspect of your being to transform. Yeah, let matters flow. Transformation. So there you go. We have it here as well. Something's going on. You just need to flow with the change. Keep yourself in balance. And you may be sacrificing or losing some things, but you also have a lot of stuff that you stand to gain. So the eclipse could bring some surprises in the home and family sector, is what it mainly looks like, or with something having to do with going far away, or something happening far away, or something having to do with higher education, deeper thoughts and beliefs and things like that. So again, take it as it resonates here, but there's definitely a sense of, I feel like you are shifting and changing right now, Scorpio, and just go with it. Thanks so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you choose. And if you enjoy this channel, please subscribe so you don't miss any of these videos. Hit the notification bell. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.